What is this officially called? Teague Stable team? Just Teague Stable.
Teague Stable.
Okay. It's Monday. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Real good.
What? Anything interesting happen over the weekend? 4th of July, right? What'd you do to celebrate 4th of July?
Won a big race and won 46, I think.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that. All right. So it's always interesting. We got trainer and driver. So always two different perspectives from the race. So let's go, because I always find it interesting because the driver's got to be cool, calm, and collected, right, on the racetrack. Trainer, I always feel, is the more like, because you're in control all week, and then you hand the lines off, and no matter how confident you are in the driver, it's always like, I worked all week, and I know you work with the horse too and stuff like that, but it's always a different mental perspective. Right. So going to the race, it was a 4-year-old graduate, right?
Yep.
So who are the horses in there that we were? What was the competition in there? This is the plan, right? There was
Always a Prince.
Always a Prince.
Downtown Bus.
Right. So we had a good group of 3-year-olds. Now going into the race, were you thinking, yeah, we're gonna go 46 tonight?
No.
Okay. Now, what race was it? It was later on in the card, right?
10th race.
You watched the first race going 47, just a regular race.
Yeah.
And then the Trotting Filly's going 51. And then Atlanta goes in 49. So are you actually starting to build up and be like, we're going to go pretty fast tonight?
I was thinking 47.
Yeah.
47.
I think they go to 47.
Okay.
But
now again, let's go for it. He's driving. He's sitting the 2-hole behind always
Prince.
Right, Prince. See that first quarter pop up 25 and 2? 3. And then
at that point, I'm thinking he's in a good spot.
He's in a good spot just to win.
Just to win.
Okay.
And whole while my heart's pounding. Boom, boom. Gotta know how he is on the turns. I said, he just make it through the turn.
Right.
He'll win.
We're gonna be good. Okay, so you're just thinking all win here.
And when I look, he pops out on the turn. I'm really
heart's pumping, right?
He made it around the turn. And once he made it around the turn, I was pretty confident that he would win.
So you knew we got the win about midway through the stretch, right?
Yeah.
3/4 of 119.
119. Went down at 19.
Did you see 119?
No.
Okay.
Last thing I seen was 52.
Okay. Is that usually the case at the Meadowlands, or is that generally all 3/4 where you kind of, we're in race mode at that point? I don't care what we go 3/4 at. Let's roll, right?
Well, that's usually my case when I'm not on the front, like doing the fractions. I just, whenever I'm doing the fractions, I look at every single quarter, try to back it down, or try to go on, see who's right beside me, see who's behind me.
Sure.
But this time, just 52, and I didn't have no competition. I didn't have to pull out. 3/4 pole, I had no idea how fast we were doing. I was just wondering who was going to come next.
Right.
Make sure I didn't get locked in.
Right.
And then see if I had enough to get around Always a Prince.
Okay. So now, but you see 119.
Yeah.
Are you thinking like?
Still thinking they go to 47. I didn't think they'd go no 46. You know?
Okay. So now, midway through the stretch, you clear, but you're still rolling.
Yeah.
Is that just because the horse, you got to keep on him?
You do have to keep on him. Training down, you notice that once you let off of him, he kind of just tails off, pulls himself up just because he knows,
I'm good.
I got this, I'm good.
I got this.
But if you don't stay on him, he definitely does that and just worries you a little bit too much. Going for that amount of money, you're not going to take any chances.
Right, yeah, 250. I mean, you want to keep on him and just keep his mind on his business. So now, the thing flashes 46 flat. Did you think it was a typo? Did you think it was
I didn't
an error?
see it until I was coming back to I actually pulled him up and looked over. Because after that, I'm pointing at the camera like this. Like, I wanted to answer.
Okay, so you're celebrating a little bit. You don't see 46.
No.
You see 46.
See 46.
and you're like, yeah, all right. Like,
then I start thinking, was that the fastest race? How fast did Mickey go?
Wait, how fast did Mickey go? Was it 46-1? Was it 46-2? Was it 46 flat? So, I mean, yeah, it's now 2 fastest miles ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, how does that overall feel? Can you reflect on that? Does it actually mean anything? Like, or was it bigger to win an important race like that? And the money's always good.
I think going to mile. I mean, you got locally, we broke him, trained him. He's a homebred.
Right.
And what we call it. You forget the cheap horse. He says the world record 46.
Yeah, world record 46.
You know, that's a great feeling.
Okay, now the question I gotta ask. We all love Wiggle It Jiggleit, but man, like, who's better? It's both your horses. You drove both of them.
I wouldn't answer it.
You wouldn't answer?
I got a number one and number AE1.
Can Lather Up achieve the type of superstar status that Wiggle It has? What do you think? He's got to win a cup.
It'd be hard to do because Wiggles, he's
special.
Way up there.
He's special, right?
He holds a spot in everybody's heart.
He was a people's horse, yeah. He definitely took us on trips we never even thought we'd actually have a chance to go on trips. But horse of the year, everybody voted best horse race they ever seen in Low Brown Jug. I mean, he's got big shoes to fill, but I think Lather Up can do it.
He can do it. I mean, so he's got
confidence.
He's got a couple more years of awesome races to put in like that, right? So let's talk about Wiggle It Jiggleit and mostly Hambletonian Day, okay? Because it's not just the Hambletonian. There's the Oaks. There's the Cane Pace. There's the U.S. Pacing Champion. Well, the Sam McKee Memorial. There's all of the other races. The Peter Houghton, the young horses, the older horses. So Hambletonian Day. What was your first Hambletonian Day? It doesn't have to be as a driver, but what's your first remembrance of the day?
Oh man, probably Roger Hammer when he went with Vivid Photo.
Okay,
that was one of my favorite of all time.
So how old were you there? That was 14. It was 2005.
How old was I, Mom? 23. I'm 28.
No, he's 28. So 14 years.
I was like 13 maybe.
28. Well, you're 14 years old. Was that the first time you were actually there at the?
That's probably the first time I ever paid attention to it because he's really good friends with Clyde and Dad.
Okay. Was it the first time you were at the Meadowlands or no?
No. I mean, I've been going with them guys since I was young. Yeah.
Okay, so you were just like that was the first time you saw it. Well, not the lights, but the big spectacle of like, ooh, okay, this is the party. So you see Roger Hammer win. Did you guys go to the winner's circle? Was it?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so there's I gotta find a photo of young 14-year-old. Mm-hmm. Did you have when I was 14, I had like one little pencil mustache. Did you have that?
I probably had the full thing.
3 hairs, trying to grow a beard and whatever else. So what was as you've been working here for 20 plus years, right?
Right now, 20, I think it is.
So do you get to enjoy the Hambletonian Day, or has it always been just work? You guys are...
I think 1 year I did, I was there. Because it was the year that George Foreman...
Okay, he was like the presenting trophy for a couple of years there.
But I think it might have been the first year that he was there, we had horses for him.
Okay.
And we got to go up in there. Didn't have no horses in the race that day.
Okay.
I don't think. But I ended up in the clubhouse.
Just enjoying yourself.
Yeah, that was one of the few times. But other than that, most time we had somebody racing on Hambletonian Day.
Danae, and we're going to talk to George later about Danae in the 2007 Oaks. Was that the first major win that you guys had, like on Hambletonian Day that you remember, or were you building up to that?
For trotters,
for trotters it was, but we had like Western Ace and Total Truth. They've win. Like on Hambletonian Day.
Okay, so Hambletonian Day has become almost a boring work day for you guys.
Yeah.
Right, we're just going to take another horse and we're going to win a big race and stuff like that. But I want to talk about Wiggle It Jiggleit. I know he's 0 for 2 on Hambletonian Day.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring that up, but, I mean, why do you think... Was it just a circumstance of the race and the day, or was it the actual day that maybe he got a little nervous, like the horse he saw all the people there, the stars were shining. That's the only day he didn't win. But what do you think happened there? Does he not like day racing? Well, no, because the Little Brown Jug.
Little Brown Jug day racing, but
let's talk about the Cane Pace, the 3-year-olds.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That was when I won the Meadowlands Pace the week before.
Right.
And the Arsenal was sitting to my back.
Yes.
But he didn't get a check in it, so the next week it was in the Cane Pace, I guess it was. I was on the front, and he came to the side.
Yes.
And I wasn't going to let a horse go that stopped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to put myself in that situation.
Right.
So we rolled on. I tried to get him in a 2-0.
Okay.
That didn't work, but...
So did you feel like going up the backstretch, you went to the half in 52. Was it... I mean, a horse like of that caliber... in theory, a half in 52 should be like, whoa. But does it feel like you're rolling?
It felt like we were rolling pretty
Okay.
good, but I wasn't that like scared of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I knew what kind of horse I had, but I didn't want to go that fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just I didn't save enough to get him to the end.
Right. So, and was it just that type of rate? Was it, again, day racing? Was it too hot, or is it just, hey, that's how the race went, and it is what it is?
For me, it's just how the race went. And it is what it is.
And it is what it is. Again, coming off the Meadowlands pace, you're full of confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I could throw anything at this horse.
I didn't think that somebody would actually pressure me, especially one that sat to my back and didn't.
And I think from what I remember in the Arsenal, he was a little bit hard to handle, right?
Yeah.
So, like you said, he's sitting in the 2-hole. I think he had choking problems, so he may have choked off in the 2-hole or something and stopped. And now he's rolling on the lead. And tell the owners we're doing media. We're more important things. But yeah, it's kind of like it's just back-to-back races where it kind of sucks, right?
I had my plan and Brian Sears had his plan.
Yeah.
It was just didn't work out.
Listen, you've been in a position where a horse may be a little hard to handle, and you almost like the other drivers kind of work with you. It's because nobody wants to be in a difficult spot, right?
Right.
With Wiggle It for his 3-year-old year, do you think because you win the North America Cup, you win the Meadowlands Pace, do you think there was a little bit of an overconfidence in the horse to be like, I could do anything with this horse? We could roll a half in 52, and
at that point it was because I was looking at he could actually go be a 46, 47 pacer at that time because he was still early, still had a lot of races left to do, but we wanted to see what he had.
As a trainer, same thing. Like, do you guys after that race take a step back and be like, all right, we can't be overconfident anymore? Because then he went on another run of winning everything and destroying everybody and doing the jug and all that stuff. So do you almost need a race like that to check yourself and be like, all right, let's really make sure we got this horse instead of just saying he's Wiggle It Jiggleit. Like, he'll just go out and do whatever he's got to do.
I really never thought about it like that because, each time he raced, it was no difference in him when after you race him. He went a big mile. He was always the same.
Okay.
He, always felt good. Come back. So you always looked at him as, even though he got beat, he's gonna be just as good the next week. Right. Regardless.
Okay. So there was, again, he lost, move on to the next week, and again he ended up winning the jug and all the other stuff. 4-year-old year, come back. Were you be like, all right, we got to win? Was it the Sam McKee Memorial or was it still the U.S. Pacing Championship?
I think it was still the U.S. Pacing Championship.
Okay. So now going into that, listen, 4-year-old, that's tough. Going against the older horses. Did you want to mostly race in 4-year-old races, or were you like, no, Wiggle It Jiggleit, let's roll. Let's bring it. We don't care who we're facing.
We figured he was the best, Coming up the 4-year-old year, we thought he was the best, still.
Were you worried about always be Mickey? Nah.
No.
Forget it. No. He's Wiggle It Jiggleit, right?
I was.
You were worried. At that point, you guys were kind of starting to battle back and forth.
Back and forth, yeah.
And this was the race where Dave Miller, you let Dave Miller go, going to the quarter.
Yeah, and he stopped.
In your face. So, and you wiggled out and
late. It's way too late.
Yeah,
mine was rushing.
Ended up getting second.
Yeah.
It's tough to not let Always Be Mickey go, right?
Exactly.
And then you've been in that situation where you rolled past him, so it's like you guys were always just kind of battling and play. Was it playing chess with Dave Miller, or was it just how the other horses maybe didn't leave or left, and you guys had to deal with that, or was it always you guys? It was just you two, and however
I was always worried about just Mickey.
Just Mickey.
Yeah. I wanted to get the edge on him and try to figure out a race where I can one-up him, you know what I mean?
And he was trying to get the edge on you.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing.
And during that whole time, you're just trying to keep the horse normally what he's doing? Are you trying to find extra little edges, maybe train him more or less, or more paddock time, or more this, more that?
He was a horse, you didn't have to do that.
He just did his job and that was it? Like, you didn't have to worry about him?
As long as he got his normal training and
normal training?
And kept his routine. So he can give you what he had.
So every time you're just going in the race, yeah, we're good. Like let him worry about the chess, because that's kind of what it is when you have when you have two horses that are that close. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was, you guys raced against each other 9 or 10 times, and it was like 4 and 4. Right, yeah. Right. So it is did it come down to you and Dave? Was it pretty much that's how it was every week?
I mean, we were, I wouldn't say we're the only ones, but we were the main standouts.
Right.
Everybody was either talking about Always Be Mickey or talking about Wiggle It Jiggleit.
Do you think Mickey just had a bad day that day on Hambletonian Day? Or did you stretch him out to, what do you think happened, why he stopped so much?
It seemed like he just had a bad day because he's just like Wiggle It Jiggleit. He bounces back and he's same horse next week.
Right.
He doesn't throw in 2 bad races.
Were you at the top of the stretch? You're like, dude, what are you doing?
I was worried because I had somebody already going past me. I was like, well, shit, I got to make up time for that one. And there's another one going around now. I got to make up more time for that one. And Scotty actually won it with his dad's horse.
Yeah, Shambhala. Did like that whole rivalry, how was it with Dave and how was it with Jimmy? Did you guys like... It's tough to be nice in a rivalry while it's happening. I'm sure you guys can look back on it now and be more cordial about it. But was it? I'm sure you guys, there was sportsmanship and all that stuff. But there's got to be some. I don't want to say hatred, but there's got to be like, I want to beat you, and I want to beat you on my terms, and I want like how is that dealing the whole season with Mickey?
Well, Jimmy, I never talked to him much anyway. Speaking. But Dave, been friends with him for a long time. He always let me talk with him. But it was always, good friendship with me and him.
It was always a little bit fun, a little bit, because again, you're at the top of the sport. Like, you guys are all making money. The horses are great. It's almost like you should be able to enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, there is that competitiveness where you're like, I want to beat you, and I don't care how I do it, and I want to beat you, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? No?
See, like I said, Wiggle.
Sorry.
Mickey, they only race him on the big tracks.
Right.
They never would go on the small tracks.
On your turf?
On our turf.
That's right.
On our turf.